Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Shift. I am here because Rachel's feeling under the weather, and I have the privilege and honor to support the show tonight, bringing in The Shift. So please keep her in your intentions as she gets over it, and hopefully it'll be a quick recovery. I hope you all are doing well today. It was a day off for some of us. I definitely had time and carved it out because I choose to celebrate today as an Indigenous Peoples Day. So there was lots of prayer, and really what came through was not only a couple things: prayer with the elements that we work with here: air, water, fire, and earth. And also not only focus on our community, but even our small family units, the people we're close to. And they don't have to be blood. It's the people who you share your time with and love. So it's that message that I want to bring out, to show appreciation and gratitude for the people that love you, and you love them right back. So welcome again. It's good to see you all. Hey Sandy, how's it going? Carol's in the house for sure, and she's got a full moon that she's reporting on, which must look beautiful. Hi Joni, thanks for showing. It's good to have you here. And Mika, hello. So KJ, yeah, welcome to Monday. It's Monday, I know. Hi, Janet. It's great to see you all. Good. No worries, Joni. Thank you. I'm good, and I hope you all are doing well. Thanks for sharing, Sandy. Fantastic. Hey, Kelsey. How are you? Oh, I read that 12 years, and you had to work, and you missed the random holidays off. I had the day off. I'm sorry, but I feel your pain. But, oh, wonderful. But I understand, and my heart goes out to you for certain. And let's see, here we go with KJ asking, is it possible to get a card about karma? Maybe I'm being held responsible for past. If you can do anything about it, or try to be a good person. Hey, Brigitte, how's it going? Hey, Pamela, good to see you. All right, Miss KJ, let's get the ball started. And if any of you want a reading, please feel free to ask, and I'll make sure to go up and down the comments. Hey, Pearl, you found your ring? Yes, Pearl found her ring. Awesome, Pearl. Super excited for you. Turned out when you least expected it. Boom. Fantastic. That's amazing. Amazing. Okay, KJ, let's get right into it. And thank you all for joining us again. Here we go. KJ asking. So I want to make sure we have question framed and ready to roll for an answer. And I hope you've had a good weekend, KJ. Oh, that full moon must be amazing for you right now, because I know Carol even just talked about it. So fantastic. Let's see. So, hey, John. Awesome. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, John, for sure. We're just going to go down the list. Let's see. So I just want to make sure I'm not going to lose KJ's question. So maybe you're being held responsible for your past. Is there anything you can do, or just try to be a good person? Okay, so in this instance, the cards I pull were a resounding yes, and that's just an either or question. So the idea that I'm going to read from the cards is that to release the past, live in the present, and be the wonderful person that you are, and let that radiance shine out. So in the past couple days for you, I pulled the Page of Swords. And as you've heard me before, the Page Swords represent the element of air. And so this is just thought, expression, how you put your thoughts out, text, email, phone calls. So here, the agent of change bringing in, the page brings in this stance of action. So you're taking a stand for yourself, and you definitely thought about it over the weekend because it brought you to us here today. And wonderfully framed for today, I pull for you the Star, who is you. You are the star indeed. And so it's the soul star. So here, digging deep into your soul, you're asking the tough questions. We had that great energy report that Jennifer put out today. And I was kind of in a padded room, I'm not going to lie, doing the prayers in the house, but definitely tried to go unscathed. But definitely soul searching has found your way. And it is definitely pointing to focusing on becoming, highlighting, I want to not becoming, highlighting the good person that you are, KJ, because we know you very well. And we are here to reinforce and support you, definitely. And the idea is in the next couple days, or at least framing the end of this question, I pulled for you the 9 of Swords. So again, definitely staying in your head. And the warning is not to stay too deeply in your head because of the notion, and I just say notion of the nightmare because it doesn't mean you'll have a nightmare, but the idea is that you have the thoughts and support to pull you through to what and where you want to be, which is to focus and highlight yourself as a good person. So not a bad premonition, just a warning not to get too lost in your thoughts. So thank you, KJ. That was wonderful. Thank you for allowing us the trust and your insight to deliver this short message for you. So that's fantastic. I really appreciate it. Let's see who else we can. All right, Janet. Let's see. I want to. Okay, Joni, you came in first to the party, so let's go ahead with the general reading and let's see what comes up. And I hope, as I hope for everyone, you've had a good long weekend. And for those that haven't, I hope that you found some really good rest, relaxation, and joy in yourself, because such experience. I'm just really on the, it's just today the theme of family came out with this gratitude and appreciation of those who love you, and that's what's really pulling me together right now, and I'm just sharing that out with you all. So here we go, Joni. Let's see what the message reads for you today. So in the past couple days, if you've had a question that's been heavy on your mind, the answer, I know you didn't post anything, but it would be no. And let's see how the cards frame that answer. So over the last couple days, for you, I pulled the 3 of Swords. Again, swords, as I said, weapons of intellect. This is thoughts, expression, body language. So this could mean, and it's been taken as getting into the difficulties of love, but I also really see in this case that it's getting to the heart of the matter. So over the last couple of days, if you came across conversations with family and friends where the conversations went really deep, troubling, the idea then is you got to the heart of the matter, but the warning is not to let yourself linger too long on what was discussed, because sometimes time healing, even though it's just a couple days, to bring you forward from anything that may have upset you. So here we come to today, where I bring and pulled for you the 5 of Wands. And I see at first glance with this card, and again, Wands being symbolic of the element of fire, and here fire, the phoenix rising from the ashes, getting deep into your passion. So as you brought yourself to today, you may have found yourself thinking and working with your passions. But at first glance with this card, people may say that it's a melee or fight and people are at each other, when really it's training. So it may be digging deep with your loved ones and working and sorting things out, not a fight. But this is because the passions are on fire. And so it's bringing people together. So you may find yourself either today or tomorrow bringing people together that need to be brought together, that need to hear what you have to say. And so then for the next couple days, I pulled for you the Tower, which a lot of people dread the Tower because it may seem chaotic, but it can also mean fireworks. And rather than people falling, they may be flying. So I'm looking at the pessimistic side, but it's also a warning to be on the lookout for what's coming, to prepare yourself and hold yourself down. And in this case, I would say ground yourself, in whatever manner that is comfortable and familiar to you. It doesn't have to be complicated. You could light some candles. Some people like to draw a bath. Other people like to burn sage or incense, whatever feels comfortable for you. But again, the warning is not to fear or bring fear, to bring energy to what could be negative. Reinforce yourself with the positive by just drawing in and grounding to get you through the week. So thanks, Joni. I really appreciate your trust in the reading today. And please stick around like everyone else, because this is a great party and I'm just the host shuffling some cards. So thanks again, Joni. It's great to have you here. And here we go, pushing forward, pushing forward. Thanks again. Yep. Looking for where that ring was. Yep. It was behind your computer chair in a bag. How crazy is that? Absolutely. Not to give up hope, for sure. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. So I just want to get up into the comments, and I see Pearl's got a question. Great. So just looking down. Carol, do you have a question at all? If not, I can give you just a general reading since you were right in early, perhaps. If not, if you're thinking about it, no problem. I can come back to you. And then we're going right through to, let's see, I think Mika asked for a general question or general reading. Let's see. And again, thank you for spending time with us, Mika. Oh, absolutely. No question? Okay. So then let's just get right to it with the cards. And Beth, we have you on the list. I'll get right on it. I'm just taking care of the comments to make sure I don't lose anybody. So here we go, Carol. I hope you're enjoying that full moon fully. So jealous, but it must be beautiful. I just love the full moons. So powerful. And again, I hope you've had a good weekend. I know you shared that some employees were let go or released themselves from the office, and I hope it doesn't bring any blowback to you and cases and support. I really hope not, but let's see how things are framed for you. Was it Kelsey? That's awesome. Huge. Awesome. Okay, Carol. So in the last couple of days, I pulled for you the Empress, the blend of beauty and nature. It's the strong feminine energy. So if you found yourself just resting out, and you did because of this full moon, you're out watching the full moon. So it's really affirming that. And I would draw from that the strength of that divine feminine energy, building you up, bringing you into the week. I know you've got a couple days off, so when you return to the office, but it's also your social life and how you deal with family and friends. So it is just a very, what I'm picking up is grace and walking through situations without anything holding you down. And that's what I'm pulling for you. That's the feeling I have. So don't let anything hold you back. It's just going with the flow, but with grace. Because, and you may have felt it today, but definitely tomorrow, I pulled for you the 7 of Cups. Cups, again, being symbolic of the element of water. And so water in the form of drinking from the Holy Grail, or taking a bath, drawing a bath, or even going with the flow of water. In this case, it may seem chaotic, but you have everything under control. It's just a lot on your plate, much to manage, but you will find your way through if you could just take a breath when you feel you need to just pause and then keep going. But that's strong confidence in you and your abilities, and that's what you should take with you. And so from there, for the next couple of days, I drew for you the Knight of Cups. So again, a real strong transition into Cups. So definitely going with the flow. In this case, it's the knight in action, but at a calm pace, not at a full gallop. It's the knight in shining armor, and people may see you and draw from you and really seek your advice as the expert, and be comfortable, because you will be definitely the counselor and aid, but also not to let it get to you too much. And I think we talked about this earlier. Leave at the office what belongs at the office, and also in all your other engagements, social and family. So with that said, thanks again, Carol. It's great that you came along. So glad that you're enjoying that full moon and sharing with all of us. So thanks again. Hey, Elise, how's it going? Elise is in the house. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're just going through the list. And so I just want to just make sure I've got everybody going. So we just went through Carol, KJ, Janet. I just want to make sure, Janet, if you had a question here, I'm just going to look through. Yep, a reading. Okay, general reading. Here we go, Janet. Thanks again for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you and everyone with us tonight. And I'm really pulling for Rachel that it's just a quick, under the weather feeling, and it gets right up and going tomorrow. Holding. But yeah, definitely. So here we go, Janet. Let's see. I hope you've had a great weekend also. Sending good vibes. Much appreciated for joining us today. So bringing this across in the last couple days, I pulled for you the Two of Cups. Again, cups symbolic of the element of water, going with the flow, and definitely in this case, a collaboration, meeting of the mind, so to speak, and could have been with loved ones, significant other, but definitely some very heartfelt sharing, but definitely strong in the perception of intuition, spirituality. So if you draw and look back on these last few days and draw these memories that may frame what is pulled in the card, then let that bring that to you for today, because I pulled for you the major arcana card of strength. And strength is just the divine feminine energy joining with the wild, with this wild beast, but the wild beast is not tamed. It's just a beautiful collaboration of nature joining. And again, you have this beautiful figure of divine feminine energy. So that is the strength. So you'll find yourself more on the inflection and the interior reflective, going through your thoughts, but definitely some action will be needed, but definitely more on the reflection side. And this is in keeping with the idea of building this internal dialogue and to fire confidence and release self-doubt as we go through the week, because this week is going to be heavy, starting the 14th, definitely. So we're all doing work and building up and doing what we need, but be prepared. And so this takes you into what I pulled for you, the Eight of Pentacles. So Pentacles being representative of the element of earth. And in this case, we're talking about not just career, but definitely your gifts and talents, and chipping away, becoming the expert, producing, but not to get too lost into the meticulous sides, but more able to step back and appreciate all the good work you've done and what you're bringing to the people you love throughout the week. So thanks again. I really appreciate you joining us, Janet, and I look forward to seeing you again. And please stick around. So we'll get on going and see what else comes to mind here. I see that, yeah. So we went from Janet, and then there's absolutely Pamela. Let's go jump right in with Pamela, and then we'll get back with everyone. So good to see you, Pamela. It's a pleasure to see you. Thanks for joining us today, this evening. And I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Making the most of the weekend, that's what I'm getting. I hope you made the most of the weekend, because I think you're still in your mood. So hopefully wrapping that up definitely would be great, right? Finishing all the major goals. And so bringing that to today, I pulled for you the Eight of Cups. Again, cups being symbolic of the element of water. And so going with the flow. And in this case, you left things behind of things that you value. This could be belongings, but also personal reflection. But the idea is you had to leave in order to sort things out, just as the hermit would. And so if you do draw any of these memories, draw the good thoughts that came along your journey on your own, doing what you needed to get done, because that should fuel you for today. And were very, very valuable, that personal time that you took to work things through, especially thought processes and patterns. because then I pulled for you the Six of Wands. Wands being symbolic of the element of fire. So again, burning through and bringing out that passion, that heartfelt burning passion. And so great card, because just as in Parade, everything is organized, very, very organized for celebration, and you're calling the shots just like a general would in celebration. So I hope that came through for you today, if not tomorrow, or building up into tomorrow, because then drawing upon this experience, I pulled for you the Emperor, which is the divine masculine energy. So in this case, a lot of action. So there was the organization of today and putting outlines and plans together, and then execute, 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 but not to get too lost into the details of the execution, because you're valuing people that are helping you. And so just recognize and take an appreciation and gratitude of everyone that is helping you in your life as you're helping them. So thanks. It's been great, Pamela. Thanks for being here, and I hope you stick around. And as we push forward, and I think I did get you, Joni, right? But thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, for sure, John. Let's get right at it. Let's get right at it, John. All right. And I'm not forgetting anybody else. We are just moving right along. So welcome, John. Good for you to be here. As I said, this is Jennifer's night. I'm sorry, Rachel's night, and I am here in full support as she's recuperating. So I'm glad that you took the time and wrote in our comments. As you can see, it's always full charging in there with nothing but great people that we appreciate. Such a wonderful energy. So here we go, John. I'm just pulling 3 cards for you, and in the last couple days, I pulled for you the Sun. So in the last couple of days, I mean, it's such a wonderful card that frames a state of consciousness, radiance. I always laugh because there's a baby on a horse. It just brings me joy, as the sun would bring you joy. So you may have brought joy and radiance and warmth to people who needed to feel you. Definitely reflect on those moments over the last couple of days, because that'll bring you into a really good frame for the week, especially as we look into the 9 of Wands. Again, Wands being symbolic of the element of fire. And here's your passions in play. And you may have been a little beat up. Let's face it, I was beat up for sure. And so the idea is that you're still holding your ground. You're still strong enough to maintain the staff. And even though there are a couple wounds, you still have full support behind you of the people who care about you and have the most interest in you. And it's just a beautiful thing. So just well done to that. As we proceed into the coming days, 2 days or so, I pull for you the King of Pentacles. So as we worked from this radiance and then working on your passions, bringing about the King of Pentacles is, again, this masculine divine energy of action, where it's authority, majestic authority, where it's not so much ordering people around, but making decisions that need to be made and acting on them. And this has everything to do with your gifts and talents, because the pentacles are symbolic of the element of earth. And so feel confident, but not to get too lost into those heavy decisions. As they come to you, just have a natural flow, and you'll find that may be the best result for you. Thank you so much for joining us, John, and trusting us with the reading. And here we keep going on. Hey, Pearl. Yes. Oh, tomorrow night. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So you want to know if the psychic meeting is going to be able to connect you to one of your past relatives. All right, let's find out. For your best intentions, greater purpose, and higher self. Definitely. Let's see what we have to say, Pearl. I'm so happy you found that ring. Here you were focusing on the car, and it turned out to be in a bag behind the computer chair. Right? Totally last place, right? Last place we would ever live. But so glad, because of all that sentimental value that it has for you. Came back, it showed up for you. Amazing, amazing, and thank you. That was really great, for sure. So I pulled in answer to your question, I pulled a yes. And let's see how the card's framed out, because you do want to reach one of your relatives and hoping that you can connect tomorrow night. So I pulled for you the Awakening, otherwise known as the Judgment card. But I see it as the Awakening, which for me, as you look back, you've been thinking about this for some time. And so this affirms the fact that you are not only in a good frame of mind, but that you are open to connect. And so that's a fantastic preparation for tomorrow night. And so then we bring in for today and tomorrow Temperance, which is fantastic card. This card is a real miracle. I always bring out the angel symbolically holding in stationary pose of water going from one cup to the other. So definitely you're in the right flow for tomorrow. Again, framing you up for tomorrow night, which is fantastic. And then definitely pulling the Lovers, a loved one, in this case family, coming right through. So yeah, Pearl, fantastic. You're really going to go through, from what we can see today, if you keep that frame of mind and keep that calm and openness into tomorrow night's readings, you'll be definitely, from what we could tell, connecting with a loved one for sure. So thanks for trusting with us with that, and it's been fantastic again. As we continue on, I hope I'm not missing anyone, because I see after Janet was Sandy. So Sandy shared, and if she would like a reading, I'm just looking through. Yeah, okay. Oh, just you were talking to Janet. Okay, that you were thinking about her. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, Sandy's all over the place. So I'm just going to go with the general reading for Sandy, if that's cool, Sandy. Let's go with it. Absolutely. Good of you to have you here. Thanks, Sandy, and thank you for sharing out. It's much appreciated. It's always great to see. Thank you very much. And again, I hope you had a great weekend. And yeah, we've started off the week. It's Monday, so here we go. Going with the flow. Definitely. Good times. Wonderful times of gratitude and appreciation. Absolutely. So here we go. In the last couple days, I pulled for you the Six of Pentacles, which, again, this is symbolic of the element of earth. Also framing your gifts and talents, also could be your work life, but whatever you're putting your hands into, whatever you're working through. And the beauty of this card is that you've taken time to help others and holding balance with giving of yourself, but not too much. And that's the warning of the card, is not to give of yourself too much. So if you looked in the last couple of days, looking back, it was great to have the charity and to share, but definitely to hold back slightly, just so that you can have time for yourself, because self-love and self-protection is definitely, there's a strength in it, but it's the reserve so that you can push on and do more as the days come on. So thank you. I'm hoping that frames up the memories of the last couple of days. But then bringing today, I pulled for you the 10 of Swords. Now the swords, again, symbolic of the element of air, weapons of intellect, your expression, definitely thoughts, text messages, emails. So be mindful of what you're putting out, because this is symbolic of these thoughts holding you down, pinning you down to the ground. But it doesn't mean you can't get up. You just have to recognize that you can get past anything that's been troubling your mind and thought processes. So just bear that in mind for today, leading into tomorrow, that you can pull yourself up, get yourself up, shake the dust off, and then keep going. And the warning is not to get lost into the meticulous details of any of these thoughts holding you down. Just try to focus on getting yourself back up and then moving forward, because you can do it. You have everything, all the tools that will take you there. And then pushing forward in the next couple days, I pulled for you the 8 of Wands. Again, wands being symbolic of the element of fire. So here, just like a ladder, you can choose to climb and choose to delve into the practice of your passions, but not to get too lost because things need to get done, but definitely follow your heart and it will take you where you need to go. So thanks. It's been great. I really appreciate you trusting us with the reading, and definitely here we go. Okay, absolutely. No worries. So here we go. We're going forward as we push forward. Sure thing, Beth. General reading. Let's go. Absolutely. Here we go. Here we go. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for joining us today, Beth. It is a pleasure to have you here with everyone, and everyone's having such a great time. Right in the chats, it's always amazing to draw such positive energy from so many people. And again, with the idea, I just brought up in the beginning, if you hadn't heard, I was focusing on family appreciation and gratitude of that love, and reaching out to the people who truly care for you. And this is really an extended family, and it's grown into such a beautiful thing, and it's good to see everybody here completely appreciate, and I'm grateful to you all. So here we go, Beth. As we move forward, the last couple days, I pulled for you the Two of Pentacles, and again, Pentacles being symbolic of the element of Earth. So not only your career, but gifts and talents that you have to bring to the table. We're at a delicate balance, balance that you control. So decisions would have been made by you, but know that they needed to be made, and the people that were part of the decisions also benefited. And so you have a very healthy and controlled balance. So it's a very good frame of mind to keep as you are making these decisions, and as you bring yourself forward, just be mindful not to get lost too much in the decision process because action needs to be committed. So great way to look back in the last couple of days, and then bringing yourself to today, bringing the Five of Swords. So now from decision making to actual action. Thought swords again being symbolic of the element of air. So your expression, how you put words down and choose the words wisely. Definitely you're taking with you what you need and releasing what you no longer need. And the people walking away are taking in that expression. And so people who you feel need to hear what you have to say, you can carefully, selectively frame these thoughts and conversations and then allow them to just come out. And so really great luck with this. And bringing forward in the next couple days, I pulled for you the Four of Pentacles. So again, we have the theme of Pentacles, gifts and talents and work. But in this case, it's very well laid out that you are in control and you have the confidence to hold yourself. You have this figure that has not only grounded with your work, but also carrying it in your heart and even in your mind. So it's a beautiful relationship. And so not to get too lost into the work, because I'm getting that as you do your work, ideas will come to you and you will need to, I suggest you write them down because they will serve you later on in the near future. So definitely great. Much appreciated, Beth. Thank you so much for coming around and joining us on this wonderful evening and sharing with everyone. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. Your question, when will you start feeling better? Absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. When I'm sorry you're still feeling badly. Coming in waves. So let's see how these next few days frame up for you. And I'm glad that you still made it to work, and I hope you had a great day out there, even though you had to work. But I feel for you for certain. But let's see about when you might start feeling better. So for you, I pulled, Kelsey, the Ace of Swords, and Ace of Swords is a great card to pull because it is really symbolic of your ability of change, and this change comes through in thoughts and expressions. So I would say I'm sorry that you're feeling ill, but at the same time, not to let it bear too much on you, because you can do it, you can pull yourself through, and you are definitely working with it already. So try to move forward with what you've got because you're doing well for yourself already. I pulled then for you the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles, with Pentacles being symbolic of the element of earth, this is your gifts and talents pulling you through. So you have people who care about you that are coming together, And really, I would say that the time frame is relatively soon because we're looking at a cycle, and I always identify 10 as the end of the cycle when it comes to the suit of cards. So it's drawing near, and draw with that said, those people offering help, please take that help, because although you may feel strong and confident, it's a gift when people offer you help. So don't be too proud to take that gift, because they are willing to share, and it's a collaboration. So it's a wonderful thing, and I hope that you can think about that as that comes to mind, because people are willing to help you, and it looks like it would be soon. And now for the last card for you, I pulled the Emperor. So with the Emperor comes this divine masculine energy of action and effect. So whatever would help you in your treatment, I would say to definitely commit to that treatment and not to digress. I'm a really good example of that right now, because I hurt my left ankle and I've been treating it, and Jennifer's been very kind to keep me to sticking to the therapy. So I'm not going to be playing tennis or running. The idea is, and this is where I bring just the connection here to you, Kelsey, that if there's any recommended treatment that has been laid out to you, please, please, please follow it, because then it'll bring you to feeling better even sooner. So thank you for your question. I really appreciate it, Kelsey. Thanks for joining us. I hope you can stick around for the rest of the show, because everyone's here. Okay, Mika, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And again, thank you for sticking around. You've been around here for the whole show. And again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Fantastic. Good to have you again. It's good to see you. Yeah, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope it was exactly what you needed. That's what I get. Definitely. And let's see how this general reading goes as we progress into a beautiful night, framed by a full moon that some of you can see. How wonderful. Oh, here we go. This is great. So I pulled for you two cards that I've pulled for. Actually, I pulled all these cards for everyone. So this is great message for you. So over the last couple days, I pulled for you the sun, and the sun just exemplifying that, well, you personified the radiance. You brought joy and warmth to people, and such great memories over the last couple of days. And I would definitely recommend bringing those thoughts and the warmth with you into today and tomorrow, because then I pulled for you the Ace of Swords. Fantastic way that you're guiding yourself with your expression of thoughts. Again, the swords being symbolic of the element of air. And so as you express yourself, be confident. You have the confidence to push forward, and it is a wonderful thing. And I'm hoping that really sparks a great start for your week. And I'm very excited for you, because then I've pulled for you the Six of Wands. Again, wands being symbolic of the element of fire, your passions fired up. It's celebratory. You're on parade. You're the general, just giving commands, and it's people working with you. It's such a beautiful way to frame the next couple of days. So fantastic, Mika. I'm hoping that this frames up and gives you a really good insight of how the week will leave for you, and it looks fantastic, and a fantastic outlook for you. And much appreciated again. Hey, Elise, definitely in time for a reading. Thanks again for stopping by. Most appreciated. I'm always thinking about you being at work, but still sticking in with the show, which is fantastic and very supportive and much appreciated for sure. So let's see how things are going for you. And again, I hope you had a good weekend for certain as we push forward. So in the last couple days, I pulled for you the Three of Swords. There may be a matter on your heart that is sitting very heavy. It could be a relationship, or it could be just thoughts that you've been milling over, that have been rolling around in your mind, that you're just planning and outlining. The idea is, as you think about those moments, to cut to the chase, to the heart of the matter, and bring what you need and release what is no longer needed. So with that said, as you're bringing into this week, I pulled for you the Five of Wands. And wands, right here, the five being in the middle of the cycle. So it's bringing your passions again, and as you've taken thought, now committing to action into your passion, and know that it is not chaotic. It is organized training on getting training again with the people that are there to support you. They're not there to fight you. So whatever has been heavy on your heart, know that there are people that are supporting you and willing to work with you, especially with that fire in your heart. So bear that in mind and push forward, because then I pulled for you the wand, the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, really all of this may be a difficult outlook, but in the short future, you're definitely pulling in charge that wand, that your passions for certain. So you're definitely, I'm seeing that, to have confidence in your abilities and your talents, because you're right in play. But it's going to be difficult, but definitely a better outlook in the next couple of days. So thank you, Elise. I really appreciate you joining us today. It's been wonderful having you, and I hope that week goes well. Hey, Chastity, absolutely. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you. It's been a while, huh? I hope everything's going your way. You had the picture of your two boys posted on Facebook. Amazing. Your loves, right? Your true loves. They're amazing, and they look fantastic. And one of them is taller than you now. I remember those days. They weren't too long ago for me. It was just earlier in this year, as a matter of fact. So let's see how the reading comes out for you. But such a wonderful, wonderful family. Absolutely. So definitely in the last couple days, Chastity, I pulled for you the 10 of Wands. Wands being symbolic of the element of fire, your passion. Much of a heavy burden you may perceive, and most likely has been a heavy burden that you've experienced, but you've been meticulous and diligent and careful, and all those in combination allows you to work through that heavy burden through. And it is difficult. I can feel that it's so difficult, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And just being you, as strong as you are, as strong as everyone, just drawing from that strength guides you through, one foot in front of the other, pushing you forward, but not to get lost, and today may have been a day because I pulled for you the Tower card, and it's framing up what's going on, what will be happening in the rest of the week, but definitely personal challenges. But know that you can push past them because you have that confidence and you prepped yourself in the last couple of days to deal with this. And whatever that may bring today or tomorrow, know that it is short-lived and you can get right through it because you have the support of your friends and family, as well as your own self-confidence and little self-doubt, because I pulled for you the sun. The radiance is ready for you to embrace and share that warmth, love. Not to get too lost into it because things need to be done, but definitely really great outlook in the next couple of days. It's just going to be difficult today, tomorrow, but you've got this. You've definitely got this, Chastity. It's amazing to see you. I'm so happy to see you again. It's been so long. What a pleasure indeed to have you here. And so here we go, push forward. Thank you, Chris. Absolutely. Here's the time. Thank you for joining. It's wonderful to have you here. And again, I really hope that you've had a good weekend, that you had good memories, and let's see how the cards pop out in place for you in this mini reading. But seriously, yeah, thank you for this. I am very, very appreciative of the trust. So here we go. Let's see what we have in store for you, Chris. So, well. So in the last couple days, I pulled for you the King of Pentacles. Pentacles being symbolic of the element of earth. So this was working not only career, but also gifts and talents that you bring, not only to the table, but in what you love to do. And this is a divine masculine energy where it's authority. You're making decisions that needed to be made, and things have been going your way, which is fantastic. And I would say keep it up, because those decisions are leading into today and tomorrow, where we pulled for you another King of Cups. Wow. So more of this divine masculine energy of decision making and action, but definitely feeling the flow, as cups are symbolic of the element of water. Definitely going for the flow, going with the flow is the theme and what should carry you into the next couple days. And so in keeping and doing so, we bring the Hierophant, which is symbolizes everything regarding holy. So this is religious practices, your spiritual practices, your intuition. Trust in that intuition, trust in your practices, because they're guiding you, but not to get too lost, because action needs to be committed as you've brought in this divine masculine energy of action from the pentacles, from your gifts and talents, to going with the flow till now. So what a way to frame the week and be prepared for what's coming. So fantastic, Chris. Really appreciate you coming by. It's a wonderful joy to have you here. And please stick around as we continue with the show. Hey, Annika. Absolutely. You want to know if this man is going to turn the corner. Let's find out, Annika. Thank you for trusting and bringing yourself and your energy to this wonderful group. We are appreciative of it, and we shall soon find out. I know that in last week's, we were careful with the communication because, it was nearing the end of retrograde, I remember, because you were asking about if the door would be open. If the door would be open. That's what I remember. And the answer was yes. And it was just not to make heavy decisions, but let the conversation flow. So with everything that's going on, let's see what the answer would be if this man is going to come around for you. Let's see. I would say at the present time, he is not coming around, but please keep in mind that this mini reading is a framed least time reading for just a few days. So I would encourage you, and let's see how the cards lay out for you. So for the first card that I pulled for the last couple of days, I pulled the Knight of Wands. This is your passion that you're putting into this, everything that your thoughts and your heart into this wonderful matter. And the idea is that you definitely you have your heart in the right place as you bring it to this possibility of this relationship building up. But the idea is also to remember, as I pulled for today and tomorrow, the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a warning not to delve and focus too much on this, because we're talking about the element of water going with the flow. You have cups that have fallen over. So not to look at the negative side, because the positive is right behind you. You have opportunity behind you. So not to get lost in your thoughts on this matter, definitely, because it will drive you down a rabbit hole, and things being the way they are, you don't need to be in that place right now. And the idea, like I said, this is for a short time. So if you do continue that, this is the warning. If you do continue that, the warning is, I pull for you the Devil. So in the Devil, it's losing yourself, the thoughts, processes, and plans, getting too lost, delving into this rabbit hole will serve no good for you. So the idea is, this man is not coming around for you right now, but let's see how things frame up for the weekend. But there's nothing wrong with continuing the conversation, staying in contact, because at the very least, you focus so much that at the very least, this man can be your best friend. And that's what it leads into with the work, right? So not to get lost into these rabbit holes, but definitely to keep the confidence going, because give it time, give it time, give it time. And that's what I'm getting for you. So I hope that frames an answer and provides a temporary solution, but definitely not to get lost and give up hope, Annika, not at all, because it's still a beautiful thing, and time will tell, most certainly. So thanks for sharing your question. I really appreciate it. Hey, Michael, absolutely. Hey, it's good to see you again, Michael. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, because some people are enjoying this great full moon. It looks, from what everyone's saying, it's beautiful. So let's see how things go for you, Michael. And here we go as we push forward. So in the last couple of days, I pulled for you, wow, all resounding, all positive, all upright, no real warning. So the first was a Three of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles being symbolic of the element of earth, and we're talking about your gifts and talents. Could be work, but there's collaboration here, and it's a wonderful collaboration because it's you putting your hands to the stone here, you're putting in the work, and you're getting the influence of your spiritual and deep self into your work, and also you're getting this plentiful influence as well. It's a beautiful collaboration of three being a very powerful number, and it's just coming together. So the last couple of days, that's what's come up for you, and I hope you take those memories to build and fuel in the rest of the week, because 10 of Cups. So much to celebrate, much to celebrate. Cups again, symbolic of the element of water. You've been going with the flow, affirmation that by going with the flow leads you to this wonderful celebration. So you may have felt some of that celebration today, if not tomorrow, but definitely take it all in, and then just, appreciate it all while you're in the moment, because it's a wonderful feeling and presence to be in this kind of a celebration. And then that leads then into, in the next couple of days, I pull for you the Hermit. So with the Hermit, it's the idea of drawing back from everything, not completely, but the suggestion is, as the Hermit does, when the Hermit pulls back, it's the idea of taking time for yourself for reflection, but definitely to get things sorted out. So just have the confidence, if you take that time to pull away from everything for a brief moment of time, that you will draw in some really great ideas, and in the planning and outlining, these thoughts will come through, but definitely to get things sorted out. So have some confidence there. Thank you, Michael, for trusting in this message that I brought to you today, or actually the universe just working through my hands to bring these to bear for you. So thanks again, Michael. Oh, currently, let's see, I am on mine currently. Can get him off mine, please. Okay. Does he miss me? Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. And I'm sorry, Facebook user, if you like the page there, we could see your name. And I hope you can do that at some time, but you're trying to find out if he has you on your mind because you miss him. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this frames up. And I hope you got a great weekend. And welcome aboard here. Welcome to this wonderful place with all these wonderful people in the comments. They're beautiful. Love them with such great energy and joy. And let's see, because there's a lot of worry going on. And let's see how that brings to bear. So I would say that if you're wondering if this person has you on his mind, the answer is yes. And let's see how the cards bring the message out. So definitely a pull for you in the last couple of days. This would be the 6 of Swords. So this is bringing your thoughts to bear. You're collecting your thoughts, you're traveling, you're going with the flow. So definitely heavily on your mind. And you've taken yourself through. So it's a little bit of the solitude, but the idea is not to get too lost in the solitude where you're lost in your thoughts. This is important to you. I recognize that. It's definitely important, but know that he has you on his mind. And so maybe that will draw back a little bit of the worry. And you can relax. And as I pull for you for today and tomorrow, the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups here, with cups being symbolic of the element of water. We were already going with the flow in this particular card because you're guiding in this particular card of the 6 of Swords. But here in this case, the focus and the recommendation is to ground yourself. Just as this figure, this divine masculine energy, which leads to action, sitting grounded near the tree. The idea is not to focus so heavily on what he's doing, because there's a gift that could come right within your vision. And if you focus too much, you might miss this opportunity, which may help the situation push forward. So just be open-minded and please release what no longer serves you and find the way that works best for you to ground, because that's what you need. And in doing so, in the next couple of days, I'd pull for you the 7 of Swords. So again, thoughts, not a bad thing. Just here, you're taking what you need, what serves you, and releasing what no longer serves you. So it affirms definitely what I just said, that, or I should say what the message comes to you to read, that you will definitely be taking on a lot with these thoughts. So bear in mind as a warning, not to get too heavy-handed with everything, but just try to do what you normally do and try to find some good distractions. Not that this is not important, but the idea of some healthy distractions help you let go and release, because if you're holding too tight, it's that energy that gets wound up and you don't want it to go anywhere. You want to be in the flow. So thank you, Facebook user. I wish I knew your name, but thank you for trusting with the reading, and I hope that serves you, that settles some worry that you had heavily on your mind, right? Definitely. Hey, Brigitte. Absolutely. Here we go. Absolutely, Brigitte. We have time for you, soul sister. My goodness. You've definitely been up there, right? And so the grounding has been working for you fantastically. And I would definitely recommend continued grounding, because it's been working as you slowly start to connect up, because it's been connecting up. Former themes are coming up, questions, insight that you'd seen before. So fantastic. But definitely I'm getting to keep the rituals that you have on grounding in play, because it will serve you most particularly this week. So we have to be careful. And so as I pulled the cards for you, I pulled the first card, Death. Major change, right? So time to reap the harvest, and definitely to release what no longer serves you, to invite this huge change, but definitely time to reap that harvest, to bring in the new. So you're on the right path this last couple of days. That's what you've been doing. It's been working. Just don't stop the grounding, because the grounding has allowed this to happen. And I strongly suggest and stand firm to encourage you to keep the grounding going. And that would then bring to you, I pulled the Queen of Swords. Here we go. Thoughts, expression. It's the divine feminine energy coming through. You've got this. You're definitely in the zone. Just not to get too lost in the thoughts. There's some action that's needed, but definitely, again, affirming that the grounding is really required. It's going hand in hand, and it will continue to be very, very helpful, most certainly, as you move forward this week. And so you will find yourself this week, as I pull for you, the 8 of Cups, taking on, leaving things behind, not permanently. This may not be just releasing. These are things of taking a personal journey so that you can draw and sort things out for yourself, because it is definitely needed not only with your business, but with yourself. And it's not for a long time. It's just taking that really strong, short respites to draw in, sort things out, and then come right back into what you're normally doing. And that will serve you very well. But you're definitely doing well for yourself, Brigitte, because of everything you've shared in the last couple of days. I can draw upon that, but it's been very good. But definitely the message resounding is the grounding. So keep up the great work. You've got this. And thanks for supporting us as always, Brigitte. You know it. Oh, Shelly. Yes. Okay, Shelly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jennifer. Trusting the process, right? Shelly, great to have you here tonight. Remember that Jennifer is taking my show tomorrow. So look out on the page and pay attention. These energy reports are amazing. Wanda's astrology insight is also amazing. So please take the time to like the page, share out, and read into those readings, those reports and postings. But definitely she'll be on tomorrow night. So here we go, Shelly. Thanks again. It's great to see you here again. And let's see what the message that you need to hear is coming through with the cards. Okay, some other cards that we've seen, definitely themes of the group tonight. And it is definitely a theme of the idea that things are going to get bumpy. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride, and we'll get right through. So for you, Shelly, in the last couple of days, I pulled the 9 of Swords. This case, the weapons of intellect, this is the element of air bringing you through. You may perceive a nightmare, and you may have some sleepless nights. We all may have some sleepless nights in the coming days, but the idea is that you have the tools. It is not a nightmare, but you have the tools, your thoughts, trusting in your thoughts, giving yourself confidence in what you're opening yourself to bring you through the week, will guide you through. And I know that these sleepless nights will be rough, but definitely not a nightmare, because you've got this. And then that builds into, and we've already seen this with other people, the 7 of Cups, going with the flow, element of water, but definitely you've got this. You've got the confidence in, and please bear that in mind to handle what's thrown at you. And there's going to be a lot thrown at you and many of us here, but have the confidence because you've done this before. You are strong. You've brought your best to the table and you can handle everything. Just remember, one at a time, not to get completely overwhelmed, but you can do it one step at a time, one cup at a time. So thanks for that. And then again, just drawn for Brigitte in the same place. I drew for you the 8 of Cups. So you may find yourself having to leave some practices behind, and it's just temporary as you go because you need to draw back, to reflect and sort things out in that reflection, pull the ideas that you need and come back into the flow, and you'll be right in it, and it'll be good and ready for whatever is thrown at you this week. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, all of you. And remember Jennifer's shows tomorrow. Please stay tuned for that. And again, welcome. And let's hope that Rachel gets better really, really soon. Thanks so much, everybody. Good night. I appreciate you most definitely. Blessings.